Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to smoke up a spatchcock turkey on my Yoder Frontiersman offset smoker. Stay tuned. As you can see, look at this bark. It's crazy. Oh man, this is perfect. It helps to start with a nice sharp knife, okay? Oh my goodness. Look at that. Alright, so what we're starting with is a 14-pound turkey, and I like to stick to the 14 pounds, maybe 15 pounds max. Because if you get anything larger, let's say a 20-pound turkey, that's really going to take a long time and the skin's going to get really dark on you. So 14 pounds is what I like to stick with. Anything smaller isn't going to yield you a whole lot of turkey. So again, I think the 14-pound is the perfect size. So I'm going to go ahead and spatchcock this turkey, and I just took it out of the package. Actually, it's been sitting in my fridge out of the package for an entire day. And the reason I do that is so the skin gets nice and dry. And you can see it's extremely dry. This is what you want right here. So I'm just gonna untie this turkey from here, and we're gonna flip it over. Okay, so there we go. And I do have some poultry shears here, and we're gonna cut the backbone off of this turkey. And I'm gonna start from this end right here. So you can kind of see where the backbone goes. The skin is a little white right there. Just try to follow and stay within those lines right there. Actually, this turkey still has its tail on, which is something you rarely see these days. So you can smoke this and eat it as well. In fact, I'm going to leave a link up top where I smoked up a bunch of these. Now, this is a small turkey tail, but I did a video where I smoked up a bunch of these. I'll leave it up top so you guys can see that after you watch this video. So let's go ahead and cut the backbone off. Get my shears here and just follow that backbone. And as I mentioned, this has been sitting in my fridge for an entire day now. And that's what I like to do. It took probably 5 days to thaw out from frozen in my fridge, and I crank the temperature down in my fridge just to make sure that it starts to thaw. And touching this turkey, it's still really cold on the inside. All right, so I got one side off, and I'm gonna, since I'm right-handed, I'm just gonna flip the turkey around, make it easier. Again, stay within that line right there. Just like that. All right, set that backbone aside. Now, as far as splitting this open, what I like to do is take a good sharp knife, and the breastbone is right here. Okay, so what I want to do is just make a cut right there. Okay, a lot of people like to flip this over. Either way is fine. What I do, since I'm already here, just like to split it. Okay, and that's going to lay down nice and flat. And obviously you're going to take this off. This is where the legs were tucked in. Just take off this excess skin. There we go. Looks good. At this point, you want to remove anything that you don't want to eat, obviously. From the inside, some of the internals. Looks good, looks nice and clean. All right. One other thing that I like to do is sometimes these turkeys right around the neck, you'll have a lot of excess skin. This one's not too bad. Just be careful because this skin will rise on you as it cooks. Actually, this one's perfect. Just got a little bit of fat here. Take that off. Go ahead and finish breaking that breastbone. There we go. Just like that. There we go. So I'm going to use one rub today that I've never used before. And this is from Sucklebusters. This is called their Clucker Dust right here. It smells good. I tasted it. just in the palm of my hand, just to check for the saltiness, and it's not that salty. So there we go. And this is one benefit of spatchcocking, is that you can get some rub on the inside of this turkey. So put enough of this in here. And this has a little bit of heat, nothing too crazy. Got some good flavor. Again, I'm putting enough of this. It's got a good garlicky flavor as well. Get the bottom side of your legs since you're already here. Just like that. All right. Now, I was touching the turkey with my right hand, so what I like to do to clean these bottles is just grab a Lysol wipe, one that kills 99.9% of the bacteria, and just wipe your shakers down. So here we go. So now the top side of this is exactly how it's going to sit in my smoker. I like to lift the wing just one side at a time and go ahead and rub the inside of it. And do the top side. Do the other wing. And do the top side. Now, a lot of people like to put foil on the wing tips right here. If you're looking for a good presentation, I would recommend that. If not, you're not going to eat this piece right here anyway, so it's okay if it gets dark or black. You're not going to eat it. Okay? So then, as far as the rub on the turkey itself, hold your shaker a good foot away from the turkey and give yourself an even layer of rub. Okay? Just like that. You don't want any blotching or building up of the rub on the turkey. Because again, nobody likes to bite into a pile of rub, if you will. Lift up the thigh. Just like that. Already looks beautiful. Now, I am going to cook this in an untraditional way. Obviously, spatchcocking is untraditional. But I'm also going to use some of this Kosmos Cherry Habanero sauce on the top of it. And I'm going to flip it around and get some on the inside as well. So I'm going to go outside, fire up my Yoder Frontiersman, and we'll be right back. So stay tuned. All right, so we're outside at my Yoder Frontiersman, and I want to talk a little bit about how I got my firebox going. I started with a full basket of Kingsford Blue, just as a base layer, put 3 splits of wood, and open up the intake and the exhaust 100% of the way, and let this smoker get nice and hot. Again, it's a big smoker, the Yoder Frontiersman is. So let it warm up for about 40 minutes, completely wide open. And at this point, I'm adjusting the exhaust and the intake. The intake's probably a quarter of the way open. The exhaust is halfway open. And I've got the damper all the way open right now, but I will be shutting that down or closing that down a little bit. So just put my turkey on, as you can see. And I do have a water pan that you can see over there. Now the turkey, I did put it on one of these pizza sheets. Okay, you can buy these at your restaurant supply stores. And the reason I like to do this is because it makes it a lot easier to handle. Okay, because it is spatchcock. You don't want to move the turkey around a whole lot because it can fall apart on you, especially as it gets cooking. So if it starts to get too hot on that side, I can easily, spin this around pretty easy. So I'm gonna let this cook. I will not spritz or anything for probably an hour and a half. And I'm going to be cooking this at 275, between 275 and 300. I'm okay with that. As the cook goes on, I will increase the temperature. That way my turkey cooks completely and I don't get terribly dark skin, because this can get pretty black on you if you let it go or we cook it too slow. And that's just the nature of the process. Pellet smokers do a fine job of not getting that skin nice and dark. But an offset, just be careful with it. So I'm anticipating the cooking time probably 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours. Now it's extremely windy today, so that's going to be a challenge in itself. But we'll monitor the temperature. I'm going to go ahead and close the door so I don't lose a whole lot of heat. But I'm going to monitor the temperature, let it come up to 275, maybe even 300. Then I'll shut the damper down and adjust my temperature at that point. So see you guys in about an hour and a half. Stay tuned. Alright, so it's been an hour and a half since I first put the turkey in, and my temperature on my pit has been running about 280 to 300. Let's take a look at this bird, see what it looks like. Beautiful. Right now it's a light golden brown. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit more. There we go. Just a light golden brown. I like what the rubs have done to that turkey. So I'm going to go ahead and spritz because the surface is a little dry. And I'm just using plain old water. Make sure you spritz the entire bird. I have that turkey tail there as well. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this thing. Oh yeah. Little turkey tail there, little snack for myself later. It's extremely windy out here, guys. In fact, we have 50-mile-an-hour winds going on. But my backyard has about 6-foot wall, so it's not as windy. But it has been a challenge, I'm sure, for my pit. So, in an hour and a half, we're going to come back in 2 hours and check on the color. And at that point, take an internal temperature and see where we're at. So, stay tuned. All right, we're at the 3.5-hour mark. Let's take a look at this turkey. Oh man, look at that color. We'll zoom you in a little bit more. There we go. Let's get an internal temperature. 150. Is that right? 157. 157 and 175. 157, 170. Man, I'm only 7 degrees from being done. So I'm just going to give this a quick spritz. Again, I'm using plain water. This bad boy is almost done. I'm going to go inside and warm up that Kosmos Q Cherry Habanero sauce. It should take me about 5 minutes. And I'll come back outside. The temperature has been running right at about 300 the entire cook. Between 280 and 300, but mainly on the 300 side. So let me run inside, warm up that sauce. We'll come back outside and sauce this turkey. Stay tuned. All right, I've got my sauce warmed up in this saucepan here. And one thing, it's gotten really cold out here as well. So I did notice that I was using a lot more wood than I normally would, or having to feed more wood to that firebox. But here we go. Here's that sauce, got it nice and warmed up. So one thing that I recommend is if you're going to use sauce like this, is warm it up. It thins out a little bit, just like you see here. Nice thin sauce. It smells delicious. If you guys have ever had a turkey like this, I mean, it's no different than barbecue chicken, but obviously we've got smoked turkey. I want to make sure you guys got a good picture of that. So go ahead and sauce the entire turkey here. The wingtips have not gotten too dark, which is absolutely beautiful. Get that turkey tail as well. Alright, I'm going to finish saucing this turkey up, guys. And we're only probably 10-15 minutes away from being done. If it takes any longer, obviously I'll let you guys know once I pull it off. But I'm thinking another 10-15 minutes tops. This bad boy is going to be ready. So stay tuned. Alright, so our turkey is completely cooked, and the total cook time was 3 hours and 45 minutes. I got to tell you, I smoked 6 turkeys this past weekend, and they took about 5.5 hours at the same temperature. So absolutely, you can get a spatchcock turkey done a lot faster. They were all 14 pounds as well. I was really surprised on how fast it cooked, but you know what? That's what a spatchcock turkey will do, cook a lot faster. And again, the temperature was between 280 and 300, mainly on the 300 side. So produced a beautiful bird, as you can see here. Hopefully you guys can make that out on the camera. Sometimes the lighting will mess with the actual picture, but it smells good. I'm going to slice into it. I'm going to get some of this breast meat, which I absolutely love. I am going to use an electric knife, so turn your phone volume down. Here we go. Oh man, look at this, real nice and juicy. Let's give it a taste. That sauce Has a little bit of heat. And the rubs. That's good. Mighty tasty. I'm going to grab some of this thigh meat as well. Got a little bit of the bone on that one. But look at the smoky redness that's on this. This is the piece of the thigh as well. Man, that sauce and that rub combination. Oh man, that is really good. You know, so from a flavor standpoint, the sauce and the rubs, the rub by itself has a little bit of spice, nothing too crazy, but that sauce is good too. That sauce has a little bit of sweet, just a little bit of heat. It's not anything crazy. My mouth isn't burning or anything, even though the bottle states Cherry Habanero. It's not hot at all. It's got an amazing flavor. What would I do different on this turkey? I don't know. I mean, it cooked real fast, so it's good, it's juicy, it's tender. Maybe injecting, but you know, sometimes when you inject a turkey, the injection will build a little pocket inside the turkey, and I don't like slicing into that and running into that pocket of whatever that injection is. So this is good for me. I did rub the bottom side of it as well. So this is what the bottom side looks like. Again, this was done in my Yoder Frontiersman, and I'm shocked that these legs are not falling apart. But look at that. That is just a beautiful, beautiful looking turkey. You know, the instructions as far as cooking a whole turkey would be exactly the same, but I think that that'll take a little bit longer in an offset smoker, probably 5 hours. Again, I cooked a bunch of them this weekend, and that's about how long they took. So really happy with this turkey. Hope you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if this is your first time here, and please give me a thumbs up. Till next time, Joe of Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. See ya. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe of Smokin Joe's Pit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm smoking up a... All right, welcome back. So the turkey. All right, welcome back. So the turkey is completely... All right, so the turkey is done, and the total cook time was 3 hours and 45 minutes.